Okay, so here's the tea. I know that you know that I know that Frozen 2 came out like a billion years ago, and I know that you know that I know that Frozen 1 came out like a billion years before that. But I really had this urge about like 2 nights ago. I was like, oh, I have the Frozen 2X Colourpop palette, this one right here, and I was like, I really want to use it, and so I did. And then the footage was awful. Like, it had this weird like reddish tint to it, and it was terrible, and I was like, well, I've just got to do it again. So here we are. This is the second attempt, really the first attempt for you, but I created this makeup look using the Colourpop X Frozen 2 Elsa palette. So if you want to see how I did it, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've done my base, and I just used the Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation in the shade 33C, the concealer in the shade 10N, and also their concealer in the shade 105N as a little bit of a contour. Then I went in and I used the Colourpop Sweet Cheeks palette in the shade Sugar Frosted. I just used the bottom right color as a blush and the top left as a highlight. And now we're going to go ahead and move right on into the eyeshadow. So, per the title of this video, we are going to be using the Colourpop X Frozen 2 Elsa palette, and then we will be using the Autumn palette in the next video, but this is the Elsa palette. It's just this light blue, and it has all these silver metallic and like white glitter snowflakes, and then it has this beautiful artwork of Elsa. And they used to have these like digital downloads that you could get, but I couldn't find them anymore when preparing for this video, so I won't be able to link them below, unfortunately, but they were beautiful. It was artwork like this. And so then there's Elsa, like I said, in a dark blue background, and it says Frozen 2, and then on the back it's the same repeated pattern. It says the Elsa palette, and it has all the names of the different shades. And then when you open the palette inside, and you're gonna have to excuse the inside of my palette because it's all messed up, there's this little like dot in the center of the mirror. I don't know where it's from. And then the top right here where the bottom color, which is Spindrift, has like imprinted on the top of the palette. But it's a very beautiful palette. There's a lot of different shades, so we're gonna go ahead and move right on into it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Colourpop E22 brush, and we're gonna go in with the top middle color called Fire, which is that little lizard guy, and we're just gonna go ahead and prep our lid. This is just gonna be our base shadow. So you're gonna wanna go all the way up to your brow bone and out just a little bit to create a bit of a wing, and then we're gonna go on the underneath of the eye, and then we're just gonna repeat that on the other side. Alright, so now that we've got Fire laid down as our base color, we're gonna go in with the same brush, and we're gonna go in with the bottom right color, which is called Spindrift. And we're just gonna take this, and this is very pigmented, and we're gonna go ahead and work it into a wing shape. And you're gonna wanna bring the shadow in just a little bit in the corner of your eye. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my concealer and just use it to help clean up the shape of my eyes, because we want the wings obviously to be as symmetrical as possible. But just remember, when it comes to your face, things are sisters and not twins. I mean, if you can make them twins, go for it. But if you can't, sisters works just fine too. And then once you've gone in and shaped your eyeshadow with concealer, I'm just going to use the F33 brush, which is just this big brush, and I'm just going to kind of blur the edges so that way we still have nice soft edges and that the color still melts into the skin. So you want to go ahead and go back in with Spindrift and just make sure that you have a nice bit of color on the outer corner of your eye. And now we're going to go back in with our Pretty Fresh concealer, and we're just going to take a small flat brush. I'm using the E26, and you're just going to want to go ahead and put some concealer on your brush, and we're going to go ahead and create a cut crease. So the way I do a cut crease is I kind of paint the lid, and then I open my eye like this, and it's gonna tell me where the top of my cut crease needs to go. So now that we've done our cut crease, we're gonna take this beautiful color, which is in the middle right. It's called Water. It's this beautiful blue shade. And I'm taking the E25 brush, and you're gonna wanna pack this color on because it is just a tad bit less pigmented than everything else, and you're just gonna go ahead and pack it onto the area that we just carved out with our concealer. Okay, so I finished packing water onto the lids, and then I went back in with Spindrift and just used it to sort of fade the edges together so that there's not such a harsh line. And now for a little bit of added fun, we're gonna go in with the silver glitter. It doesn't really have a name. Oh, it does. It's called hang thing. And we're gonna put it on this little angled brush. And we're going to use this glitter to just highlight the difference between the blue and the purple on the top. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've put glitter on the crease, and then I went in and put Cuddle Closer, but I realized that the palette has this glitter shade called Ice Crystals right here in the bottom middle, so I'm gonna go back in with that little angled brush that we use the actual physical glitter on. And we're just gonna take a little bit of Ice Crystals and just use that to sort of set the glitter. And so this is a really fun trick, especially if you have eyelids like mine, that when you close them, you'll be able to see the glitter, but when you open them, it won't be as noticeable. And then next, we're gonna go in with a flat brush again. Well, this isn't as flat of a brush. It's a little round brush. It's called E27. And we're going to take the pressed glitter shade, which is the exact middle color. It's called Flurry. And you're gonna pick some of that glitter up on your brush, and then you're gonna start in the inner corner of your eye, and you're gonna pack this glitter only on the blue color, only on water. You're gonna wanna fade it out when it gets to the purple, but you're not really gonna want the glitter to be on the purple color, which is Spindrift. And you wanna be careful here because glitter in your eye is not a fun thing. So you kind of wanna work carefully and slowly and pack that glitter into the eyelid. And then of course repeat on the other side. So I went ahead and repeated this process on the bottom of my eyes. I used water, and then I used the pressed glitter Flurry. And then I also went back in with Cuddle Closer on the inner corner of my eye just to bring it back to the top layer of makeup. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner, and then I will be right back. Okay, so after I did my eyeliner, I just went ahead and I made the executive decision to put on falsies, as you can see. And I decided not to film it because I really suck at putting on falsies. As you can tell, these are already wonky. But we're gonna go ahead and just blend our falsies and our regular lashes together. I'm using the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. We're just gonna take this and just sort of blend these two together. I kind of already did this, so I'm mostly just doing this for show. And then run this along your bottom lashes. And that is going to be it for the eyes. I think they're really pretty. Am I the super happiest with these falsies? No, but it's fine. It's good. It's great. You know, I think they look good enough. So this is the completed eye. I think they're very pretty. Again, the falsies are kind of messing me up, but it's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. We are going to be using the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in the shade Soft Black. And here would be the moment where you do your brows if you do like the brow pomade or the brow pencil and stuff. I don't, because I was thankfully blessed with thick enough brows that I can be lazy, so I'm just using the gel. And basically what this is doing is it's just setting your brow while adding just a tad bit of color. And then of course the final step of this makeup look is going to be lips, so I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Melting Pot Matte in the shade 300 Secret Secret. I want to say we use this in the Colourpop haul and Cloud Spun, so if we did, let me know in the comments. And now we're just gonna apply it to our lips. Alright, so this is the completed makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead, do the finishing touches, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so here is the completed makeup look. I like it a lot. I think it's very pretty. I'm glad that the first video that I tried to make of this, the footage got all messed up, but I'm kind of glad because I like this one a lot better. So just as a kind of recap, I went in with my Pretty Fresh Hydrating Primer, foundation in the shade 33C, concealer in the shade 10N, and medium 105N. Yes, and then I went in with my No Filter setting powder in the shade Fair. Then I used the Sugar Frosted Sweet Cheeks palette to do both my blush and my highlight. And so now we're going back in with the Frozen 2 palette. So we started off with this top middle color right here called Fire, and we just used that as a base on our eyes. Then we went in with Spindrift and we used that to create this sort of winged shape here. And then we made a cut crease and used Water, which is the middle right color, and you will need to pack that on. It is a little bit patchy. Then we went in with some glitter and we used it to define our cut crease, and then we went over it with the bottom middle shade Ice Crystals. Then we went in with Cuddle Close on the inner corner of our eye and on the brow bone. And then we finally used the pressed glitter shade Flurry, and we put that on both the top and the bottom of our eyes over the water shade. Then we went in with the Colourpop Brow Wash Gel in the shade Soft Black. And then finally we went in with the CoverGirl Melting Pot Matte in the shade 300 Secret Secret. And then of course I just used my Colourpop setting spray. So again, I really like this look. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very dramatic. I like that the lip matches the eyeshadow, so I think this is a very pretty look. So in conclusion, I of course love the Elsa palette. I have it. I've already done a video on my channel, and if I'm brave enough, I might link it, although it's a little cringy, I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below any other videos you'd like me to do or palettes you'd like me to try, buy, etc. I will be doing the other half of the Colourpop X Frozen 2 collab, which is the Anna palette, so look out for that next week. And if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up to date with all of my videos. And there is also a link to my website, which is again a little cringy, down in the comment section down below. That will let you know videos and when they will be coming out as soon as I create a thumbnail for them, which means I've already filmed them. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!